christened two rods. This is my swim bait rod. This is the swim bait we're going to throw on it. This is a eye rod. They call it a junior swim bait. I don't know what a senior. You can throw over 10 ounces with a senior one. Yeah. So we're just going to let that glide down. It's a slow sink glide, so we're going to let it glide down. It's our first cast, so we really don't want to catch anything because it's kind of bad luck catching a big one on your first cast. We'll do that. Scott's out there catching trout. All right, we didn't catch nothing on our first cast. That's all we'd say. That means we're going to catch more. It's not usually a big one over here, but I thought, you don't want to catch one on your first cast. You do it, but you don't want to. Can't be something on, no. It's got seaweed or vegetation. Got a salad. All right, here we go. Here we go. Vegetation already. There we go. Get it off my boot. There's Scott out there in the line. That's his boat. I'm not too worried about this rod. This is a really strong rod. I bought it for this purpose specifically. Hey, cuz. So this is my heavy swim bait rod. They call it a junior swim, and they make some big ones, really heavy duty ones. So we're just gonna toss that baby way out there and let that glide sink. We'll go say hi to Scott. Get a fishing report from Scott. He just caught one, so he's actually pretty deep. He's like 50 feet, 45 feet right there. So we'll see how, what he's using. So when I do my Klamath Falls fishing report, which you can find on 103.3 FM Gold Country Radio, it'll have you good information. This week's going to warm up. Like I said, the thermocline, it re-stratified, but then it dissipated again. Now, I don't know what's going on with it right now. We're just going to pull this guy along. I did not put a leader on this. I should have put a leader on this. I have some really good 25-pound fluoro in the I don't know why I didn't do it this morning. Excited to go fishing again, I guess. Hey, Scott. Some there. Don't let it sink. Again, no leader on this. It's a straight braid. some at 10 feet, 13 feet. Those are probably bass. 14 feet. Let's see. They're probably smallies though. Not real big. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Mike.
I got to christen. I have to christen two new rods today.
Okay.
A
Camera running?
Yeah, I got a fly fishing rod.
Okay.
My first one ever. Figured if I troll it, I don't have to learn how to cast it.
This is a friend of mine, Willie.
Hey, Willie.
Nice to see you, Mike.
It's good to see you guys. What are you, about 45 feet there?
Yeah, I haven't got the depth finder in, but the trout are out here deeper now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, weather just- and so they were coming up, and then they got pushed down again.
Yeah, well, there's a
The bass are real deep.
drop off about halfway between you and me.
Yeah. Now the bass are like
I'll
25
meet you
feet.
right there.
So we'll see. We'll see if I can't get. I got to christen this my swim bait rod.
Okay.
We got to catch something. We got to catch something big.
There about where the buoy is about 12 to 15 feet.
Yeah, it's 34 right here.
Yeah, it drops
That's
off
25.
Yeah.
That's about 12.
Yep, that's what I said. It drops off just about
Yeah.
where you're at.
Yeah, the depth finder saying.
Back in July, I couldn't keep them off, and I'm just looking at here on the boat where we rode in here. 50 fish, 45 of them trophies.
Wow.
Catch and release.
Oh yeah.
I'm just telling Willie about that big brown you hooked up with.
That was a big one.
You didn't get to keep him, but you got video of him.
Yeah, it's about
Coming
eight.
across your-
It's about an
How long's your
eight or nine
pontoon?
pounder.
How long's your pontoon? Is it 12 or 10?
12 and a half.
12 and a half.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Suhar. Young Pablo? Not yet, just started. We're throwing a slow sinking glide. This is a really big bait, 7.5 inches. Z-Master from Cuba. Hola. I'm seeing some at about 18 feet right here, suspended. We're at 34 feet. I'm going to try to get them up onto this glide bait. I really want to christen this rod. Brand new rod. Never used it before. There's a decent one at 6 feet. So we're working this drop off right here. Working this drop off. So basically, because it's a slow sink, we got to let it go down about 10 seconds. So, and let it sink. That's rocks over where I threw it. This is vegetation right here. So it's going to change sort of the topography. It's going to change from smallmouth to largemouth over here. So we're just going to reel this thing real slow. It's got a real wide S swim to it. Really wide S. So we're going to pull it in, let it sink. It's just sinking like this. Hope for a big one. And when you fish big baits, it's big, not a whole lot of catching. But it's more fun. Yes. Still sinking. You can always just watch your line. Creates that little mini wake. Let it get down there. Where I threw it is 25 feet deep. It's important to know depth. I'm just going to real slow, a few tugs. Try to get it to work left and right like a sick fish. Get too close to Scott and Willie. Over here. That's about 18 feet deep where it landed. So, yeah.
That's about 20.
It's important to have salad with your protein, Willie.
Yeah,
It's real important.
Fish on!
Is there fish in there?
What?
Was there fish in there?
No.
Oh, good. Now he uses a water bobber technique. Fill it with water, 3 to 5 foot leader. Works really good. He's best trout fisherman on the lake. Is Scott. He is the best trout fisherman on this lake. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt. The guy catches constantly. Let's see what he's pulling in. I might just throw my Ned rig out. Let's do that. We'll get a fish in the boat for you guys, so you know I am not as terrible as fishing as we'll get a fish in the boat. So I can yell fish on. So, big difference when you go from a 4 ounce bait to, 16th ounce bait. So again, let this sink. Let the Ned just go down. This is a paddle tail, salted, one that I made. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome, Emery. Welcome. It's Klamath Falls, Oregon. This is where we are. Now, there's a little honey right here of smallmouth that I fish. And go over to it. Our bait's about where I think it should be. A little out of the pocket here. That's all right. We can pull it back into that pocket. These are smallies. We should be catching here if they're still here. It's been way too long since I went fishing. Been visiting family and going out of state and stuff. So. We're in the pocket. Drop it. Get it down there. They're on bottom, typically, right here. There's my bait. You can see it on the A scope. Just wait for a fish to come to it. See some fish up here. Let's get my bait up into their eyesight. There's a fish coming to it, so I'm dropping it. They like to catch it on the drop. Jigging for smallies, huh? I did make 8 more of these, so they don't last long because I put so much salt in them.
They are, but this one's fairly light.
Makes the bait heavier because it retains water. But odds are landing them or hooking them, even with poor reflexes. It's pretty good. Let's see if we can get one. All right, I'm going to drop anchor because this is a really good spot. So we're just going to drop anchor here. Big fish going down there, according to my fish finder. Yeah, we got that out. Pass. We shoot past it, so it's going to fall at an arc. Should land about where I want it to. Oh, I forgot my sunglasses. Oh, they're in the truck. Oh, you always forget something. Always forget something. Catch. You really get a pretty good anchor in here. Come on, baby. Fish move though. So one day you can have a honey hole, the next day it's somewhere else. It's just the way it is. Let's see if I can see my bait. Yeah, let's see. About a foot off bottom. Don't go that way. The chirping is an osprey. Come on, baby. You're there. Let's see if we can get a largemouth with this bait. It's a really good bait, guys. One I made. Very effective. In fact, I made all these baits except for the flies. Flies I didn't make. Traded the guy that made them though. He got my baits, I got his. It's a great way to get tackle. Trade tackle. Probably catch a perch. Not much of a perch fan. Oh, there's a bite. You got a bite? Wasn't a perch. Perch double bite. That was a bass. Perch have a very
Mike, what are you fishing for today?
bass.
Did I need to even ask?
Over here is smallmouth.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is all smallies. I might catch up.
Very much.
Huh?
I haven't seen you very much.
I've been out of town visiting the folks. Yeah.
Well, I've been up here for 2 weeks, but I'm pulling out today.
Well, that's why last 2 weeks I haven't fished.
Well, I was up here 2 weeks back in the middle of May and up to Memorial Day. And I came up in July and spent 2 weeks, and then I come up now and again, it's a 50-day trip.
Yeah, feels like forever for me.
Everything going good?
Yeah. Things are going pretty good, I guess. I mean,
You haven't been in the water yet. I mean, you haven't been falling in the water this year, have you?
not yet.
Not yet?
I almost dove in the water for one of my lures, but I was able to reach it.
So I took a
Oh.
group of people out here fishing
Missed it.
on the, trying to see the date. Anyway, in July, I took them out there, and we caught a bunch of them. We caught about 50 fish. I caught one fishing pole. I had a guy that we had a fish on, and he's moving poles around, doing the dance, and he dropped my pole overboard. One of my
Oh.
brand new, believe it or not, well, it had line on it. I threw a big old spoon out.
I think I've lost 6 poles in this lake. Mostly all at once.
Telling Willie about your little experience in your pontoon boat a few years ago.
Oh, and the kayak, yeah.
I mean, yeah, in the kayak.
Yeah, that's when I lost all my rods.
The guy I took fishing on Monday and Tuesday this week, it's his wife that went out and got most of the stuff.
Oh, yeah, I heard somebody got it.
Well, they gave a lot of it to you too, didn't they?
No. No, the people that got it, a husband and wife, they kept it. That's fine. I got all replacement stuff. It's all better.
I know. Well, you're rich.
I make baits. I have to sell baits to buy fishing stuff. Let's see what y'all saying. I'm talking to another boat. I'm fishing for bass. Bass, bass, bass. Bass, bass, bass. That's what I'm fishing for. Right here is smallies. So we're using a Ned. Worked really good last time. A couple nibbles so far. We'll get one. You just got to be patient. Neds require finesse and patience. That's what it requires. And it's got a paddle tail, so I could swim it if I want to. But last time I was doing it, let's do it exactly like I did last time. Sort of a sawtooth retrieve. We bring it up, let it fall, and repeat it.
Yeah, I got
Let it touch bottom. Reel in the slack, let it fall again. Let it touch bottom for 30 seconds or so. Pull it up, let it fall again. Just reel in that slack. Try to keep their line fairly tight on it as it falls.
yeah,
All right, now it's underneath me, so we're just going to pull it up. Let it fall. Do the same again and again and again, and we'll get it. We'll get it. Water is, let's see the temp. 65 degrees. So we're not going to get anything near surface. Bass are diving on us. 65-degree water is, we're going to go fairly deep for the bass in this lake. At 65, they're at 10 to 15 feet. That's what I'm seeing on the viewfinder. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, that didn't work. Let's go over here. Hit the rocks. It's over here on a nice 15-foot drop. That's about 15 seconds. 1 second per foot. It's usually what fishermen like to do, but you can keep an eye on your line when the water's like this. Just keep an eye on when it stops falling. Just feed it some line until it stops, and then you're on bottom. Now I'm going to lift it up and let it fall again. Fall, pull in the slack, and that's going to go up. It's sort of like a sawtooth, sort of sawtooth or a shark tooth. What I just did is more like a shark tooth pattern. Sawtooth is when it goes up and then down, and a shark tooth is when it will make a mountain.
Talking about hatchery. Well, the thing is, with those and they provide an
You try square bill. I've seen some at 7 feet, and to control depth, you could go with a crankbait that dives at certain depths. And so when you start seeing fish reliably at a certain depth, you can switch baits. And let's try it. Let's try square bill. I'm going with some pretty hefty square bills, so I want a big one. So we're going to probably put my glasses on. I can't see diddly squat. Everything's so blurry. This one's got a nice leader on it, so I got it. Okay. So we're gonna go. Ignore. This is a very nice. This is one I made, and it's beautiful. But what I did on it is I put a willowtail spinner on the back. When you do that, you get a lot more flash, elongates it, gives it more of a swim bait profile because of the flashing behind it. And with a fairly small bait, you could cast it on a medium rod if you want. You just fine. We're just gonna see if we can't get anything, attract something with that square bill with the willow blade on the back. It really is a very effective bait. It dives to about 6-7 feet, so seeing a few fish here and there at that range. And of course, I've got a whole bunch. That little that you're hearing, that's the leader knot going through the guides. There's some fish, 7-8 feet. Two of them. And another little one. About that little loop. See, draw something out from under it. See what we can do. This is a pretty good spot. So there's a lot of good spots, but I haven't fished for 2 weeks. When you fish every week, you can actually follow the fish better, you know? So, um, I'm kind of lost at the moment. I know where they were 2 weeks ago, but I haven't been following the fish at this lake because I've been doing stuff. I have a life. Let's do a pause. See if anything hits on the pause. Play with the presentation on your baits. You know, if fast retrieve doesn't work, try slow retrieve. Try um, pausing it, twitching it, you know, give it some erraticness to it. Or all three. Put a 6-foot leader on this fluorocarbon. £25 test on the floor. It's a heavy rod, so pretty much heavier fluorocarbon. It's a much slower retrieve. It's not going to wiggle as much, but the willow blade's still turning, it's still flashing. So basically, you know, we've got a big fat fish with a piece of metal coming out of its tail. First start fishing, you're trying to figure out the formula, what's going to work. And then once you figure it out, well, then it just gets plain old fun. So, because now you know what's working. This bait, when I control it, and it can go down about 9 feet on a troll. Got my fly rod. I don't think we'll get much top water here right now. Maybe in the afternoon, we'll break out the fly rod. Okay. I'm gonna pass that loop. We're gonna pull up anchor, and then then we're going to maybe do some trolling. See if we can't find a pocket. Troll it. Try to find a pocket of bass. I'm going to troll. I think the southern end of the lake's going to do pretty good, so I could be completely wrong. When I'm south, it hits north. It's a long day. If it doesn't hit south, well, by George, it'll go north. Right? So. Somebody's saying, Mike. I don't know what it is. It's just drying down there. Okay, I'm going to go to the south end. I'm going to go to the south end and see if I can't find some pockets over there. You know what? I've lost almost 40 pounds. Yeah. 40? No way. How? No carbs? My doctor put me on this thing for Sky Lakes called Wellness, Sky Lakes Wellness, and it's worked wonderfully. In 6 months, I've lost 40 pounds, and it's like,
I've lost 90 pounds.
wow. It's just done. They just make you smart. You know, they have you choose your own food, but they tell you your choice matters.
I just don't eat any carbohydrates. Bread, pizza, chips,
No,
no fun,
no pasta.
no pasta.
I'm
no
Italian.
potatoes.
I'm Italian. I have to eat pasta. That's like saying no ice cream. Not going to happen. Did you get one, Willie? Yep, he's got one. Fish on.
No, you gotta wait on it.
Oh. Well, what's he got that for? He's got a fish. Willie's got a fish. He's a little guy. That looks like a 8-inch. See? We're gonna find bass. We're gonna find bass. We're gonna go down to the south end. There's a really good stretch there, and then there is a honey hole down there that sometimes hits, sometimes doesn't. But it'll be a really good one for the larger glide. So we're going to run that glide right down that trench. There's a nice trench in the lake, and I can run that glide right down that trench. So we'll get there eventually. We're going to be working a line before we get there, and we'll see what we can do. See what we can do. So Willie got himself a little trout. That was good at that. Another one. You just had one. Scott, he yells it. All right, so we're going to run this square bill down to my next spot, and then what we'll do, well, we'll fish the square bill a little bit more. We might go to a swank. I like swanks. They've been working really well, especially the black one. I forget the name of it, but anyway. Swank's my favorite bait. I wish I could find the blanks for it. And what we're going to do, we want to christen 2 rods today. A fly rod and this swim bait rod. Got to launch right after. So we'll go to the west side. West side has not hit very well this year, not at all. We've had the best results in heavy grass, which, you would think, heavy grass would be your best hits, but it just didn't hit right along the coastline like it usually did this year. So, water's only 65 degrees. For them to be along that coastline, I don't think that's the best bet at 65. So we're going to just take this and we're going to work a grass line That's about, 10 to 15 feet deep. And it's about where I've been seeing some bass in 10 to 15 feet, 8 to 15. And so we're going to be working that line when we get over to it, which is, a little while. I mean, this is a trolling motor. It's not, it's not a fast boat like his or his, gas, I tootle along, is what I do. I'm tootling, but I'm trolling, so I'm still fishing. Because I really think you should always have a line in the water if you're on the water. You always have a line in the water. So we're going to go over here. What I can do, let's stick that in the rod holder. What I can do is, look, I got a fly rod. I got a fly rod. I know it. Oh, tighten that down so it can hopefully maintain itself. And it's not. Trolling motors do not steer unless they have GPS. Which, next year, I'm going to add GPS to this. So that's going to be really nice. So I can just tell it where to go and it'll take me. And it'll have spot lock. It'll have all that fun stuff. The cool, professional bass fisherman stuff. Because, I'm a professional. Professional. That's right. That's stupid, Mike. That don't work. Let's put it in. No. And so this doesn't do that. This does this, I think. And it's smaller, so that's got to go up here. That's okay. So that goes in there. Yep. That's good. That's good. So this is a 9 foot. This is a 9 foot rod. I've never had a 9 foot rod before. Yep, that's good. Some grass here. So there it is. That's a fly fishing rod right there. A bunch of grass here. All right, so cut it off, I guess. I can cut that rubber band off. I need a rubber band. There you go. It's cut off. Always got to have a knife. Oh, I forgot my Leatherman this morning. See, I forgot 2 things this morning. All right. So, this is what you do. You gotta pull this thing up. This is your leader. That's what I learned. I learned this is a leader. It leads. And this is floating line. Behind this, there's a back. And when you take this, and you're just going to loop it right through. This way it comes off with your fingers. You don't lose all your line. Going through all of these things. And you see how easy it is? It's super easy. And we ain't got a fish yet. We're still trolling that square bill. A lot of grass over here, but really think the bass are going to be a little deeper than this 10 feet, which is where I'm at right now. It's 10 feet. Probably catch some salad. Probably what's on it right now is some salad. So we're just going to pull this through all these, I think they call them snake eyes or something like that because the wires snake around. It's not like a normal thing. And you gotta get that like that. Try not to go in a circle. Put that through like that. And now we can pull the leader through. And now we got the leader. Wait! Don't lose my brand new rod. And now I got flies. I got flies. See that? There's flies. I got them. I know. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? So I'm gonna put this bird on, I think. Cause oh no, not here. This bird. I like this one. It's got like a fox tail. I have no idea. I'm just going with what looks cool. That's all I'm doing. Just going with what looks cool. You know? And I'll catch a little bass. So we're just gonna, they just do a simple cinch knot on it. Simple cinch knot. I have no idea what leader this is. Painful rod. It looks like it's about 4-pound test. I'm trying to steer with my knee, tie a knot at the same time. It's not working. Watch your line. Pull that down on a cinch. And you're good to go. Since I'm paranoid, I always put a little end over end knots on it because I don't trust one knot. And the Palomar I call it my paranoid Palomar knot. So now we're going to cut this off, get that tag in. Now my fly rod is set up to catch fish. It's going to catch fish now, guys. Maybe. Ooh. So, we should just. I feel like such a. Okay, so we're going to drop that down. We're going to bring him in. We're going to bring in the crank. We're going to troll that fly. We're going to troll that fly close to shore. Oh yeah, I got a whole lot of salad on this baby. He's just loaded up with grass. So we're gonna try break in my fly rod. Yeah, this guy's all loaded up. See, look at this. It's like regular. This is a mixed green salad right here, man. That's what we did. We got a mixed green salad. So we are going to try trolling my fly fishing rod. So you gotta pull out your, it's called stripping. Boy, okay, we got to get the knot past the guides. There, past the guides. And now we strip it. Tighten that thing really good. I don't want to lose it. All right. So now I'm going to strip it. And it should go out there, but it's not. Oh yeah. You just got to sort of give it a little work. There it goes. Now that I got more of that floating line in, it's taken. So I'm gonna tighten that drag a little bit. A lot of it, actually. There you go. We're just gonna use this. We're trolling with a fly rod because I've never used a fly rod. I don't know how to cast this thing. I mean, technically, I saw the videos. So we're just going to troll this. And where I think we might get a small bass. We're going to go over here, sort of hug that shoreline right there. This right here is a pretty good area right here. So we're going to go around that. We're going to actually go that way. We're going to go east. I think we can, maybe grab some, maybe a crappie. I've seen crappies boil here, so. And now that I forgot what it was called. I think it's called a nymph. And no, that one's not. That's not a nymph. I don't know what that thing's called. Looks like a foxtail, but we're just going to run this thing, and we're going to catch something because I ain't never caught anything on a fly rod in my life. And this is a fly rod, 9 feet. It's got this pretty green, foam green floating line. And I think that's a wet fly is what they call it. A fly that sinks. And so we're down into the water column a bit. Pretty sure. Not sure, really. I'm like 50-50 sure. So we're just going to troll this. We're just going to go slow and easy. Now we're going to run a grass line right here. There's a nice grass line. So we're going to go really wide out here. And turn left, which is port. Port and left have the same amount of letters. That's how you know that. And we're just going to watch this. And I think even a crappie is going to be fun. You know? Crappie. Can't imagine catching a perch on this, but yeah, you never know. So now we're going to start our turn here. Really wide turn. And we're just going to come around here and catch ourselves a fish. And see, that buoy out there starts the bass over there. So that's the starter marker for a good line. But there's really good vegetation here. So probably some crappie in here, some perch for sure. Water 65 degrees, so we got a nice mixed species right now. So we're going to go this way, heading straight towards shore right now. There's a buoy over there, that's why I didn't want to get too close to the buoy and snag that buoy. So, this is what we're doing. We're doing this. We're doing it. We're fly fishing. I'm fly fishing. Ish. I should try a few casts just to see if I could do it. You never know. I could be a natural. Probably not. Let's see a fish pop. That's just a little bass, but I'll be happy with a dink. I mean, it's your first fish on a fly rod. I don't care what it is. Don't care what it is. Uh-oh, what'd I do? There's no tension on it. I think something happened. lost my fly maybe? I don't know. No, there's my leader. My fly wouldn't have come off. But it did. My fly came off. That was a good knot. That was a good knot. Okay, so. Stupid thing. My knot came undone. Wasn't a good knot. All right, so there you go. We're going to try. Black works really, really well. So I'm going to try this thing again. You guys that are fly fishermen, you probably know what this is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is what I'm going to put on it. That little thing right there. Looks like a skeeter. Alright, so we're going to put that on there. Alright, so there. I'm going to do an improved cinch knot. There it is. That's not going to fall off. Probably mono, you know, since it came with the rod. I think Temple Fork Outfitters would not put mono on, but do 5 rounds, bam, 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 and through. Try not to hook my lip. It's a nice tight knot right there. Okay, do a little paranoid hand over hand ones. And I don't know why that knot came untied, but that's what it did. Because you can always tell when you pull it in. All right, so we're gonna put that baby in, and that's, you know what? We should try casting it once. You know, do like a roll cast or something simple, right? So you pull this out. This is called stripping. It's called stripping. Oh, you gotta do it that way, not that way, Mike. God, my goodness. Get it past that knot. My goodness. You see, this is what you do. Okay, so you try not to hook yourself, because evidently that's common for beginners, is hooking yourself. And these are little hooks, so I could pull that out. It's kind of messy, but I can do it. I can do it. Wait, come on. I can do it. Like, mama. Get that past. All right, good. There we go. There we go. We got it past it. So we're gonna strip some line, because you know, it's a family show, so we're gonna do some stripping. So we're gonna pull this out and pull about 20 feet or so, maybe, I don't know. So, and then we're going. Oh wait, so we're going that, and let loose. And that didn't work at all. All right, so we go back, wait for it, back, don't rip it, Mike, and let loose. That didn't work at all. All right, so we're just gonna let the line go out, because I don't know how to cast a fly rod. So that's what we're gonna do. Because it's harder than it looks. But I'm getting lessons this week. So we're going to learn how to cast this thing this week. Wait, I hate trying to do this and steer at the same time. So we're just going to let that out just like that. Let it out. Might be a 2-pound tip, but should be 4 pound for a beginner. Okay, we got line out. We got about 30 feet out. And we're just trolling now because I don't know how to cast this thing. I think you got to put more of that green stuff out. You got to put more green out, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to run this grass line here. There's a grass line right here. It's not real deep, 6, 7 feet. But there's good vegetation here. There are some fish down here. I'm thinking crappie. We don't care. We just want to catch something on our fly rod because we've never done it before. So that's what we want to do. Here's a duck. We could troll like this all day long, but we got a fly rod. Casting a fly rod is not easy. I think I need more of this green line out, the floating line, is what I need to give it some weight. That's what I think. Not that I know these things, because I really don't. So today's terrible at fishing episode is terrible at fly fishing. I'm trolling a fly rod because I don't know how to cast it yet. I'll learn this weekend how to cast this thing. And that will make a huge difference in my comfort level. And the gentleman going to teach me, he ties flies professionally and sells them in the local store, and I just, he comes highly recommended. I have no idea what he's going to charge me. None. No idea whatsoever. Probably take me out to the park. Might do this and do this until I look like a robot. No wrist. That was not a wrist that you saw me do. I think I'll figure this out. I'll figure it out. Figure this out. Let's get a little closer to shoreline. Get right on that grass line. I think this is a wet fly. I think it's a wet fly. It's definitely wet, but officially a wet fly, which is when that goes down into the water column. I have dry flies. I'm ready. I am so ready to get a hit right now. Excited to get my first fish on a fly rod. My co-host says I have to get used to getting skunked. I don't believe so. I think terrible at fishing can be good at fly fishing. I think so. It's just learning. Nobody likes learning because it's awkward, it's frustrating, it's, costly, but it's fine. It's part of learning. Let's see if we can get over here. It's hard to see without the sun hitting this water where that grass line is, so I'm doing it out of memory. It's over here. See if we can get a smallmouth to hit it too. Smallies like to run on the hard pack right here. Here we go. I have no idea, man. I have no idea what's going on back there. See, one thing about bass fishing is that you learn the lure. Each lure you learn. You know what it's doing. You know how to manipulate it. I have no idea what's happening at the end of this line. None. Except for maybe a little bug is going through the water. That's all I know. There's usually a big giant 2.5 pound smallmouth right here. We'll see. I don't see him. I've got him a couple times. He'll never suspect Mike Ruffino fly fishing. This is a whole new sneak up strategy I've got. Fish will never guess that I've gone fly fishing. No idea what's going on back there. It's definitely underwater though. It's not a dry fly. It's not on top of the water. We're in the right spot right here, so tiny little hooks too, boy. I guess it got about 35, 40 feet out, I guess. Maybe 50 feet. So I got my finger on the line here, so I can set the hook and stuff and get ready. I mean, it's a 9-foot pole. This thing's got a bend when it's got a fish on, even a little guy. Right? I usually catch a fish by that, but we're fly fishing. We're using a nymph or something like that. I don't know what we're using. You guys supposed to tell me what that thing was that I put on the end of this. A little grasshopper or a little cricket. It looked like a little cricket. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull it in. Want to look, make sure my knot's still on it. And then there's the leader. Yeah, it's still there. Dude, it looks like a bug. All right, let's. Too much, Mike. Okay, that didn't work. Dude, I don't know how you cast this thing, but I can't wait to learn. All right, so we're going to come around here and feed out my string line, floating line. There's a little fish that popped right there, so this is a good vegetation area. So I'm gonna come bring the boat around it and bring my little fly through it. That's what we're doing. Ooh. Ooh. Going slow, real slow here. Thought I felt something. Oh. just a twig. Hopefully my fly's still on it. You go through a lot of flies, evidently. Pull this through. Then we're going to strip this down. Make sure my fly is still there. Because I don't know. We just hit some sticks. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Okay. We're still on. We're still on. Okay. Let's go. Get him. Get him. Such a different, totally technique than I'm used to, you know. Cast, retrieve. That's me. This is profession now. It's a lot harder. A lot of string. All right, we're out. All right, go towards the lilies over there. Little bugger. Little bugger. So I'm not using tippet. Tippet is an additional line that you add to your leader. Not using a tippet. I'm on a straight leader to fly. Because I'm a rookie. I don't know how to cast this thing. I control it. I can't cast it. There's something down there. You know there's something down there. Come on. I'll take a perch. I'll take a crawdad. I don't care. No carbs. I ain't doing those types of diets. I'm just going to eat what I want to eat. Just control the substances and the caloric intake. That's what I'm doing. And it's working. It's working. Is that no carbs? Isn't that like Atkins diet or something like that? Although Rob Lowe's a good-looking guy. I mean, I got a man crush on him. Oh, there's a little bass that popped up right there. So I'm just going to keep this coming around the side. Bass popped up right there. This is actually a pretty good spot. For me anyway, when I'm using my other gear. Usually can catch, half a dozen about right here. Another one popped up right there. So ways behind me before the fly gets into this zone here. We're trolling really slow. It's on my number one on my trolling ladder. So Any second now. Hit it. It's a good spot. Good spot. Good spot. Water skier. Oh, that's probably bush. It's exciting when you see. That's probably a bush. Bushes pull. Bites. We got to turn. Doing a really slow turn here, of course. You know, floating line sinks. I just want you guys to know that. I mean, and when it's dry, it floats. But when it's wet, it sinks. Why do they call it floating line? If it sinks, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, see, the lily pads are all brown right now. They're dying. Sweet. Let's get out of this turn. Of this weed line. See if we can't get something there. Some fish. Probably baby bass. We'll take a baby bass. We'll take anything. Except for a foul hook. We can't count a foul hook. Although this looks like it's big. How are you gonna foul hook a fish? We got grass on, so we got to take that grass off. So let's reel it in. Yeah, we got some grass, so we'll pull that off. Still got a hook on there. That's always a good thing, huh? Wait. Oh, it's a pull. It's a lot of line. All right. There. Well, that's my booger. That's my booger. That's what we're shooting for, man. All right, there we go. Toss it out there. We get the green, the floating line, to hit the water so it can pull this. I think floating line stays on top. I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on it. Could be the wrong bug. Looks like a good bug. Looks like a good bug. Who is anybody on here that watching that's any good at fly fishing? Because I suck. It's my first time. I can't cast it. Anybody fly fish? So I'm trolling because I see people trolling with fly rods. So I'm trolling it. That's why I don't have to cast it. Nobody's saying nothing to me. We're gonna fly fish. We're fly fishing. That's what we're doing. Fly fishing. Waiting for a bite. Yep. Bite me. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, once you get enough of that green stuff out, the floating one, it takes all your line out. So it's like, that's good. Run this up in this weed area. I think a stupid perch would hit it, but I don't know if perch hit flies. They hit anything. They're stupid. And crappie, I think a crappie would hit it. Sunfish maybe. So we're going through this weed bed again. So this is good. Probably catch weeds. Like we did last time. Caught weeds. I would assume a bite on a fly, is it violent? Like, I don't know, like spinning or something. You know. That is grass. Okay, it came off. Ooh. No, not a fish. All right, let's take a look, make sure I'm grass free. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, you know. 1-to-1. We got some grass on it. Much faster retrieve when you have a 9-to-1 retrieve. You know? I should do this properly with a finger on it, because, this way I could look more like a fly fisherman, right? And strip it out. That's called stripping, I think. And for a fat man, that's as good as you're gonna get for stripping. Boat break. The trick to fishing is patience. Trial and error. That's what it is. Don't be afraid to do things either. Never be afraid to do things. It's a fun. I mean, imagine after I figure out how to cast this thing, be on a river, a little slower than that, of course, because that would be whipping it, and that's bad. So I go, whoo, whoo, and then hit my spot. I'm going to have casting lessons this weekend. Casting lessons. I've never had casting lessons in my life. So it'll be a first. We will have to videotape it. That's what we will do. Put it on Terrible at Fly Fishing. It's just a little bug. Eat the bug. Eat the bug. Fish must be like bats. They got to eat a lot of bugs to get full. Average bat eats 500 mosquitoes a night. I know it. 500. That's a meal for a bat. And this is lake fishing, so I don't know. You know, fly fishing on the lake is probably very different than river fishing because you got pockets and stuff like that, and river fishing. You know, we'll see. We're going to run this run with the fly rod till we get to the point, and then we'll put the fly rod in. And then we'll go back to bass fishing with my other gear. We got to break in 2 new rods, though. We got to break in 2 new rods. There's osprey over there, 4 of them. They see fish. Bam. That's what this casting rod is for. It's for fly fishing people. Alright, we're working on it. So yeah, it's 1 to 1. Not 2 to 1 or anything like that. 1 to 1. Yeah, keep your finger on this thing like that. It's like that. So you keep your finger on it. So you can set the hook and control the line. And if you get like a monster on this thing, can't imagine that. Never know. That's the nut to hold. Remove that. That's the drag. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Eat the fly. Eat the fly. Eat the fly. We'll go to back bass fishing when we get to the point here. Right now, we're just trying something. Now, as the water warms up, you know, later in the day, maybe more surface, you know, it might hit 70 degrees today, surface temp. It's always a good temperature for top water, 70. This is a sinking. This is a wet fly, so it's actually down in the water column today. This is my new TFO, Temple Fork Outfitters. NXT Black Label. And this is their Annex T Black Label 2 reel. It's good stuff, so I'm told. I'll tell you as soon as I catch a fish. When I learn how to cast it. I'll tell you, the videos make it look so easy. It's all technique. I think once you find that groove, I think you're good. You're good to go when you get groovy. But until you're groovy, you're just not doing it. And understanding the presentation of these flies, I mean, fishing is all about presentation. It just is. So it just is. It's all about presentation. So I don't know how to present a fly to a fish. I mean, this is as good as I got right now. Trolling a fly. But the more I will fish with it this winter, the more I can understand presentation. So, I mean, I know how to present all these. These are easy. I made them. I know what they do. But with flies, I don't know how they present themselves in the water. I'm going to have to watch some videos on, different presentations, underneath the water videos and see, how that works. What the fish likes. Because I have no idea. None whatsoever. It's kind of fun being completely ignorant and fishing. In a way, it's kind of, there's less pressure because since I'm completely ignorant about fly fishing, well, not completely, but you know what. If I catch something, yippee. If I don't catch something, kind of expect it. So, pressure's off. That's the nice thing about being bad. People say, why do you call yourself terrible at fishing? Because, I can exceed expectations easily every time I go out. And now I'm terrible at fly fishing. I wonder if I should go a little faster. Let's try, because we've been going on one, so let's try a little faster, see if the bug swimming through the water a little faster will get a reaction strike. I don't know. We didn't catch anything, so we're just going this way now, a little faster. Coming in a really good spot here, and as we come into this spot, we're just going to hope catch a little bass, a little largemouth. They're here. I don't fish this area too much because they are small largemouths. So, but I'll take people here just because they'll catch something. Stuff like this, that's when I catch something. I did not put any coffee on here. I got water, and I got a trail mix. That's my food for today, water and trail mix. fish right there. Just run over. At best, these are 1-pounders, but more than likely these are less than a 1/4 pound. These are dinks over here. Like I said, anything's gonna be good. You can toss a net out here and get something. Won't mean much. Come on. That's the spot. Come on. Coming to the point. Reel this thing in real slow. They told me a trick to do this. You do that to there. And then you can put your fly up here. This way this is a better way instead of using the hook keeper. You see how that little fly just keeps running down? Oh, the other way, Mike. There you go, Mike. There you go. Oh, there it goes again. See, it's a little. This thing is very touchy. So now, put this right like that, and then put that like this on that eye. All right, so that is my fly rod all set up. We're just there you go. All right, so I don't know what to do with a 9-foot rod. I guess stick it right here. Yeah, I guess so. That's a good spot for it. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. All right, let's grab you. Grab the square bill. All right. Whew. All right, well, I tried fly fishing for a short break. We'll see how this does, huh? Well, we're heading over to my next spot, which is my style. Until I learn that style. Yeah, we just learn a whole new way of fishing. It's an entirely different. Oh, we got one. We got one. This is what happens when you look the other way. Oh, he's still on. He's just a little guy. Perch. That was unexpected to hit this big old giant lure. The perch. That's very unexpected to hit this bait. He went for the shiny thing. Now I did bring my ultralight spinning gear. Now the reason I did that is that I have these new spinners that are flies, and I want to use them on that. And you know, that'd be a fun one to try over here. You know, again, very light tackle. Just grass. Just grass, just grass, just grass. Just working its way through the grass. Yeah, first fish was a perch. Ridiculous. Come on. This is just grass. It's just going through the grass. So, clean it off. Let's clean it off. Yeah, we'll break out the spinning gear. And we're doing everything today. Because you know what? My season's ending, so we're just going to have fun with just catching stuff on things we never caught stuff on. You know? That's just going to be fun. We're just going to... Today is a buffet of fishing. Fly fishing, ultralight, flies on ultralight, you know, swim baits. Everything today. I don't know what that perch was hitting this bait for. Yeah, we've got these, wait till I show you. Actually pretty cool. So we're going to put those on the spinning gear. That's the whole reason I brought my spinning rod. I'm not sure if the BFS could do it. These are really light. I mean, it should be able to, but we're going to put it on the spinning gear. I know it'll do it. We're getting to that point. I can't put music on though. Mute me if I put music on. Let's just pull this in. I'm going to set up this tackle on the the ultralight spinning rod, and I just want to try these flies out. You know, these baits. you back in here. Pick you up. And put you there. Pull you out. Put you back. Set you up. It's a really light rod. Should. This is really interesting. These are flies. There's spinners on them. A buddy of mine sent me these. And so we're going to try it. Pain to pull it off the fish, but we'll see. We made these. See that? See that? That's it. They don't weigh diddly squat. Yeah, they don't weigh diddly squat. I could put a split shot on it. I hate split shots. See what it looks like. Looks really good. All right, I'm gonna try some. Yeah, I don't cast diddly far at all. I would have to add some weight to it. Or I could tie it onto that fly rod. Has anybody used a spinner on a fly rod before? I don't know. Is that like sacrilegious to use a spinner on a fly rod? I don't know. Could be fun. We'd catch something, I think. I totally want to do it though. Oh, there we go. We got something. We got something. I think we could do it with the fly rod. Lost. Oh, lost him. No. Okay, this is what you get on this. That's a largemouth bass. I think he was just born last week. Oh my goodness, he's bait. I so want to do this. I want to put one of these on that. Okay. I think fly fishermen will hate me. Technically, it is a fly. It is a fly, all right? Oh my goodness. That went all the way through and around. This thing is so light. I think we're gonna, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. We're gonna put this on the fly rod. And it's stuck in my towel. Stuck in my towel. There we go. All right, so I know it's sacrilegious, isn't it? But it's a fly. It's two flies, actually. But they do stuff like this on, what do you call it? They put split shots on it, and they put little egg thingies on it, and in order to fish top and bottom water columns. And I want to catch something like this. So we're totally break out the fly rod. And break out the fly rod. We're going to take this fly off, and then we're going to attach this other fly setup. So we're going to put this in here where it was. It's my fly box. Those things in there. And a fly fisherman would say, Mike, that you can't do that. It's against fly fishing lore. Well, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission, right? Okay, so we're going to put this baby on here. They say it's harder to cast with weight on it. That's what Ken told me. But there's not much weight. I can't even cast this on my ultralight. There's like no weight on this thing. So because of that, I'm matching it up with my fly rod. You know? That's what I'm doing. I don't think that knot is in the right spot. There it is. There it goes. There it goes. So now I think we're going to catch something on the fly rod because I've adapted. That's when cousins marry. Right here. Put a spinner on the fly rod. But this spinner has two flies on it. So, and since I don't know how to cast this thing, we're going to troll it because I don't know how to cast it. So I'm going to put that out there like that. And like that. Oh yeah, that thing's sinking really pretty right there. We're going to catch something on the fly rod. I don't care if it's a dink like that one we just caught. All right. Just let that go. Now we'll activate it. Activate this spinner. So this is Mike Ruffino's terrible at fishing fly fishing clinic. You can't catch something on a fly, put a spinner on the fly. That's what I'm saying. I gotta learn how to cast this thing. typical fly. This is a double fly with spinner. Super fly. This is what I'm doing. I'm super flying it. There's a skier. Oh, down he goes. I don't have a. Where's the spot? Pretty day, pretty morning. It's way through grass right now. It's actually a pretty decent bass spot. I wish I knew how to cast. There's some pretty good bass in here. I'm just hoping they find it, you know, when I troll it through. Throw a second pole in if it would work. You know, I think they would tangle up back here. Something's gotta get that. go inside that buoy there. Usually it's 2-pounders in there. I don't know. We're still working the fly rod. But now we put something on, it's already caught a bass, so yeah, we'll see what it works out over here. Let's see. It'd be great to catch a good old bucket mouth on a fly rod. On my first fish on it. That'd be nice, huh? That would be nice. Probably catch a sunfish or something. This is where people start breaking down their homes and stuff like that. These are not winter homes. There's only summer homes. So this month is usually when they start winterizing their homes. I'm coming some really tall vegetation here. Usually I can get some really good size. There's a little bass. You can see the baby bass swimming in the water here. Probably catch some grass here. These are really tall. They're almost to the surface. These are 10 feet tall. Let's see. Gotta figure out how to cast this thing. Thing is, when you're trolling, you don't have any control of the presentation a whole lot. When you cast, you have full control over your presentation. So, big difference in the way you catch fish. Trolling is almost happenstance, you know? It's a good spot right there. Down there. Sounds bad. Spinning. Looks good in the water. But I am going to give up on you for the moment. back to bass fishing with my stuff. There we go. All right, we're going to put you back in this little area here because it seems to fit just fine. We are going to go with... Oh, we got to break you in. We're going to go with this little bait. Big bait, small bait. We're going to go with big giant swim bait because we got to break this rod in. Let's see what we can get over here. Let that sink. Try a different depth. Two rods that have never caught anything. We need to catch something on these rods. Yeah, tossing a 4-ounce swim bait. I mean, it's a good rod. It's the swim bait that's so heavy. Flip it like you normally do, so I'm going to try with more of my left hand than my right hand. Get that leverage on that big old giant swim. Let's go over to that trout. Coming up to the trench now. Farther out. Drop off. There's the trench. I'm going to set anchor here. You can fish 360 right here. Shallow north-south, deep east or west, shallow east. We gotta remove this thing. Chain's resting now. All right, so usually can find a few big ones here. So I'm going to toss that out there. I'm going to let that sink. Put my fly fishing rod, which is 9 feet long, right down here. Let that sink. Bring it right into the trench. See if we can't find maybe a brown trout or a largemouth. It's sinking. You just gotta feed it some more line. Let it fall. It's a slow sink. So we're just gonna let it fall. Let it fall. I'm fishing this one deep. Still taking line. I think it's probably on bottom now. I could do 2 rods. I can just drop the Ned rig down. Probably get something on the Ned. Let's do that. Let's take the Ned. Take the Ned and go over here. We'll stick him there. He'll catch something. You're trying to break in this rod. Christen it. Yeah. This is a big swim bait rod, so. Be better to use this rod for spring than it is fall fishing. And this is fall fishing here. Let it fall. That's got a loud drag clicker, so if something starts taking that, we'll hear it. Let's sink again. This is what I call a zombie bait. Sort of a crappie pattern, greens, yellows, red on it. Basic zombie is sort of a free-for-all paint job that I do, and it's kind of fun. You're not patterning it after a fish. You're just having fun painting it, and colors that usually attract fish. doing nuts right now. 2 rods. Man, it's such a beautiful bait in the water. Look at this bait. Look at that bait. That is a gorgeous bait. Looks fantastic in the water. Really does. Let it sink. Work the Ned. Two-fisted fishing, man. Two-fisted fishing. I never do this. Let that fall again. We do the same thing with this. Beautiful bait in the water, man. That's really one of the more beautiful baits I've ever painted. It's gotta work though. It's the wrong time of year. Seeing some fish under me. 20 feet down. Those small ones, huh? Glasses. Look at that viewfinder. See what we can see down there with that Ned. There's my bait. Let's see if we. Oh, something took notice of it just now. Probably some perch down there. They like to hide out on the bottom. sitting on bottom now. Come on, come on. Little bite. 2 weeks off. We lost. These largemouths should be gorging right now. They're getting ready for the winter, really fattening themselves up. To move. I've got a couple nibbles here, but nothing significant. So I'm gonna move. Let me get this fly rod. Put it right there. Pull the anchor up. I'm gonna go over here to the southern end. There's a good drop off here too, and it's a really large plateau. Part of me says work the drop off. The other says no, but I'm not really listening to that part of me right now. Anchor up. We'll throw you. Alright, let's get to this drop off. It's a little ways away. A buddy of mine's house is the marker point. School of crappie right there. The school of crappie. They're pretty far down, 20 feet. Big school. Usually like to be up a little farther, 5 to 10 foot area, but 20 feet down. This lake can produce some pretty aggressive crappie. They'll even try to hit my swim baits. It's crazy. But they will. Drop off is it's like a big dish, out here, and it'll drop off over here, come around, up, really hugging the shoreline on the other side. So you got to find these bass, those big bass, and I think they're deep. I don't think they're shallow. I think they're deep. So here's the drop off right here. So I'm going to run this with some crappie right there. Maybe about 8 feet. That's about where I find crappie. From 5 to 10 feet right in there. Tip up, try to keep this from diving too shallow. We've got good vegetation here. that way rough. Got a lot of small ones. This is a heavy, believe it or not, but not as heavy as that one. I'm doing up to 1.5 ounces. That'll be 4 ounces. Little old-fashioned jet skis. Those are actually the fun ones. It makes you feel like you're skiing. Stand up on that little thing. Actually, I don't know if they still make those. Those are actually more fun than water bikes. Personal watercrafts, as they call them. Best thing about fish finders is depth finders. The understanding the bottom, depth, temperature. Yeah, temperature's good. As for seeing fish, they just show you what you're not catching. Some really nice swim baits. I just made 10 of them yesterday, but they're not done. I need to paint them still. I hand poured them. I love the base colors. I really love it. It's going to be working really well next month when the salmon spawn. going as fast as they want to go. Yeah, water's actually cooled down just a little bit. 64.6, 65.4. Deeper water. I run a lithium-ion battery, 100 amp hour. Power to do a couple days on the lake. All depends on the wind, of course. Trout. Trout. My school will trout at 30 feet. Fish and trout. They will fit in there. Put a spoon down there. We got a number of fish in the column here. Anywhere from 17 feet down. Could be some bigger bass. Trout. get over here. Spoons are multi-species, bass, trout, everything. You can put a big spoon on it. And flutter it down to the bottom. There are quite a few fish down at 35 feet plus. And I don't know if the bass will be down there. I know the trout are down there. There'll be some kokanee down there. A bunch of fish right here, 30 feet. Fish went over. I've got a tackle set here. I've got my soft. How did I do that? Says I did. But I did because I know what I do when I do it. Okay, good. Man doesn't need 15 to tackle ball unless he is insecure. And I think I am insecure. Alright, we are 3 houses away from the drop off. And drop anchor right on the drop off. On the westerly side. It's a good thing for me. It's good. Fish with, you know, need. Oh my God. He's the over couple on that wetland right there. Over couple. Usually on those water bike things, you usually see younger couples and people. I don't usually see two gray-haired people, you know, on personal watercraft. They like pontoon boats typically. Gotta love the Need for Speed at an old age. There's a big fish right there, 24 feet. That's a big one. transducer. There it goes. This thing about losing weight, I can bend over more. All right, good. I gotta look. See where I anchored. Suspended. I ain't grabbed nothing yet. Oh, rod stand doesn't really hold a fly rod, does it? I don't know how you cast a fly rod in the wind, though. Take care, everybody.